Welcome in, welcome back. Welcome to the Star and the Lantern Tarot. Today we are going to talk about extrasensory perception. And you wonder what that is? That's when you can know or feel or see things outside of your five senses and you're not really quite sure how. So we have cards here on the table about the most common ESP senses, what you could be experiencing, and then we're going to do oracle cards about how to deal with that. All right, so with that being said, welcome in, welcome back. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you like this kind of content, as we will do it more often. All right, so it's called ESP and you, what you could be possibly experiencing and what spirit wants you to know how to deal with it. All right, so the first ESP card we have is retrocognition. So retrocognition is seeing past events without knowing from outside sources. Psychic mediums usually have this, like when they're trying to solve murder cases. They have the ability to go to the murder case and see past events to help the cops find, maybe a body or more evidence or something like that. All right, so this is retrocognition. If you think you are experiencing retrocognition, if you think this is your ability, or you want to hone in on this ability, we have the cards here to help you. All right, so the first one is retrocognition. We'll slide that up. All right, so if you think you're experiencing retrocognition, let's see what you need to work on the most. All right, so what do you need to work on the most if you want to have this, or if you are experiencing this? All right, what you need to work on the most is the mirror effect. So perceiving yourself through the eyes of others, which would kind of make sense, because to see events, in other areas, you probably would personify the people in the area at the time. And so seeing yourself through the eyes of others, or seeing through the eyes of others, would probably help with this ability. All right, where do you need to focus your energy? Staying calm. So if you are experiencing this ESP phenomenon, just stay calm. All right, and breathe. Make sure that you practice breathing technique. Okay. All right, the spirit wants you to know that casting spells protect and heal. So probably just protecting your energy would be great. Make sure that you're coming from a healed place. Make sure that you are not coming from a place of trauma, so that you don't misconstrue the information that you're downloading. All right, what do you need to release? Happiness. Release not happiness, but release things that don't make you happy. Make sure that you stay in your happy spot. Make sure that you stay in a balanced state of mind when you are trying to hone in on this ESP trait. Make sure that you don't deviate into things that are negative, that don't make you happy. All right, the supportive energy is express yourself, share your gifts with the world. Right, so if you can see past events without knowing from outside sources, maybe you could help solve a case. Maybe you could help somebody, I don't know, even find their keys. You could probably help somebody solve some kind of mystery. Okay, with this gift. Okay, and expressing yourself. So that means the throat chakra isn't blocked. Make sure that you express yourself. Make sure that you stay hydrated. Make sure that you stay in a balanced state of mind. All right. The warning or the future. Educate. All right. So educate yourself on this subject of retrocognition. which is the ability to see past events without knowing it. Maybe you look into it more if you want to have this ability or you think you have this ability. Make sure that you're looking into it, studying it. Make sure you educate yourself on it. Make sure you educate yourself on how to help yourself with it, all right? Maybe look into the community of retrocognitions and reach out to other people who have this, and maybe they can help you, all right? Your advice: the beauty you see in me is reflected in you. So do not come from an ugly state of mind. Do not come from an ugly position. Make sure that you see beauty in everything. Open yourself up for the messages that come through. That way they are clear and concise. If you stay in a positive state of mind, the images will be better. All right. All right. How do spirits see you? So how does the spirit see you in this ability? Organize the mind. Okay, so I can't make this stuff up. Hi, Kat. So organizing the mind and making sure that you're not deviating from the seeing the past events. Make sure that you're not jumping to conclusions. Make sure you let the visions come to you naturally. Make sure you're not forcing them. Make sure you're not forcing an outcome. Make sure that you're not coming from a I know it state. And I think that this will help you with your retrocognition of seeing past events without knowing from outside sources. All right, that's what I got for that. Okay, let's put the cards away. We're going to clear the deck. All right. Retrocognition was the first one. I'm going to put one. Okay. All right. Let's get another one. The next one is going to be precognition, and this is seeing the future. All right. If you have this ability or you want to hone in on this ability, we are going to delve into oracle cards to help you with that. All right, let's shuffle these cards. So precognition is seeing the future. That's a very common ESP trait. All right, maybe you have that. Maybe you want to learn it. This is cards to help you with experiencing this or your journey on this. All right. All right, so if you are experiencing precognition of seeing the future, this is a spread from spirit to you on honing in on it or what you need to work on, all right? Okay, so what you need to work on the most is your freedom. Okay, so not tying yourself to any outcome and not tying yourself to any belief, okay? Make sure that when you have precognitive events, all right, just take in what comes naturally. Try not to jump to conclusions, all right? Where do you focus your energy on to hone in on this? Guide. Ask people who have already the ability of precog to help you maybe understand what you're seeing, or maybe looking into it online, or just listening to the guidance of your higher self. All right. The spirit wants to tell you, love and mother yourself. So come from a place of love, come from a place of being open and understanding and not judging. Okay. What do you need to release? Loss. So if you find yourself straying into, so say like you're seeing the future and you're into that meditative state of seeing the future, and you see something that kind of bothers you, where it reminds you of your own loss, of your own sadness, try to clear that away. Try to stay on the vision, try to stay focused, okay? What you need to clear or release is your own loss. So make sure that when you if you're experiencing a loss or you're seeing that and it automatically kicks you into your own loss or your own sadness, there are things that you need to work on, shadow work that you need to work on so that you can hone in on this better, on the precog, okay? Supporting energy will be listen and learn. Yeah, so I think it's just a trial and error to hone in on this energy if you think you have it. If you want to build it, okay, I think it's just by trial and error, and practice makes perfect. So make sure you listen, make sure you learn from your mistakes. Like I said, educating yourself will probably help. What is the future or the warning? It's not me. Make sure that you are staying balanced. Make sure that you're not disbelieving a view, okay? If something is being shown to you and seeing the future, make sure you're not doubting that, okay? If you're trying to hone in on this, don't doubt what you see, okay? The advice, bloom even if no one is watching. So believe in yourself, basically. If you want to hone in on this, or you have this and you want to make it stronger within you, make sure that you believe in yourself, okay? You don't need others' confirmations for you to know that you have this ability. Make sure that you know it, you know what this is, and you're believing in yourself, okay? What does Spirit want you to know overall? Creating. Make sure you create a safe space. Make sure you create a space where you can hone in on this, a quiet space, a safe space. Make sure you protect your energy. All right? Okay, let's clear the deck. Shuffle these. Okay, the next one out, telepathy. All right, so if you think you're experiencing telepathy, which is reading minds, or you want to hone in on this ESP trait, we're going to go over the cards to help you out. And that will be 12:30. All right, telepathy. If you're experiencing telepathy, or you want to hone in on this trait, okay? Let's see what you need to work on the most. Okay, releasing physical pain. I think if you read minds from a place of hurt, you're going to get the wrong message. I think what you're going to pick up, though, is their hurt and not really everything that you need to know or everything that you're trying to do while trying to read minds. If you come from a place of heartache and pain, that's what you're going to read into the people that you're trying to read for. All right? Focus your energy. Where do you need to focus your energy? Okay. Repression. Subdue by force. Don't force the thoughts. Don't force the outcome. And don't force the message. Let Spirit work through you in reading minds to make sure that you're getting the clear mental pictures from the other person that you're trying to read mind from, okay? All right, so the next card, Spirit wants you to know about your telepathy ability. Stay true to yourself. Yeah, stay true to yourself. Stay true to this ability. Don't doubt it. Don't listen to people who naysay, oh, that's not real. That's not true. It's people who want to throw science behind it to, you know, put away all of the doubts that you really don't have it and that it's just all your imagination. Make sure that you stay true to yourself with that, okay? What do you need to release? Anger. Yeah, you can't come from a place of anger. If you, like, say you are angry at your boyfriend for something or another, and you're trying to read his mind of what the truth is, you can't do it from a place of anger. it just won't work. You're going to get construed messages. You're going to get messages that aren't real because it's playing on the side of your anger. Okay? Your supportive energy is bring light into somebody's day. Dark sky. Make sure that you stay light with yourself, staying light with others, being open, being happy, okay? Bringing light into others, giving. It's in the giving that we receive. That could not be even more true than anything. So I think that if you stay light with others and stay light with yourself and stay in a balanced emotion of happiness and content, and make sure that you're brightening somebody's day, okay? That clarifies your spirit. It clears your spirit and clears your mind. Okay. What is the future, or what is the warning? Yeah, stay calm. Make sure you stay calm in reading minds. Don't get worked up about what you see. If you're seeing something negative or seeing something that makes you hot under the collar, or something that you don't like, make sure that you stay calm so that you can receive the visions. Okay. The advice is what you seek is seeking you. So if no matter what ESP ability you're trying to hone in on, or that you already have and you want to make it better, what your seek is seeking you. So whatever this is, you can do it because it is also seeking you to hone in on this ability. All right. What does Spirit want you to know? Beginning. Beginning. If something goes awry into your reading minds, just begin again from a calm state. Okay. Staying calm. If you find yourself getting aggravated, if you find yourself getting confused, if you find that other thoughts are coming in, close it down, calm yourself, and begin again. Okay. And if you are beginning, just practice makes perfect. All right, that is for telepathy. Let's clear the board. All right, let's put these on the bottom. All right, the next one that we're going to talk about is clairvoyance. So seeing events elsewhere. We're going to give that 17 clairvoyance. No, 18. All right, we are on clairvoyance. Okay. So seeing events elsewhere, it could be in the moment, it could be in the past, it could be in the present, but it's just basically seeing events somewhere else happening. All right. So if you are experiencing clairvoyance, or you want to hone in on this, okay, let's see what you need to work on the most. Your fears. Don't be afraid of seeing events somewhere else. I know some of this stuff is kind of freaky and kind of scary, and because you're going into the unknown, but you need to work on your fears and not being scared of doing this. Okay. Where do you need to focus your energy? Respect the ability. All right. Have respect for yourself. Have respect for others. All right. Don't try to see events elsewhere just because you're being nosy, and don't be doing it for other people because they're nosy. Do this from a standpoint of helping people. Okay. Make sure you respect the ability. All right. Spirit wants you to know, not that card. Spirit wants you to know, find a balance. All right. So finding a balance, for seeing events elsewhere, make sure that you find a balance of staying in a balanced mind. Don't be mad about what you're seeing. Don't be sad about what you're seeing. Make sure you stay balanced. If you can see events elsewhere, make sure that you stay in balance and don't let it affect your mood or how you feel, okay? ESP is basically extrasensory perception, but you cannot put feeling into it. You cannot put more thought into it. You need to stay from a place of openness and just being objective or non-objective to what you're seeing, okay? All right, what do you need to release? Your childlike fears, probably. What do you need to release as far as children is sometimes you have to work with children. Sometimes somebody asks you about children, working with children, seeing children, trying to figure out about missing children. And if you have a fear about doing that, it's okay to say no. If you don't want to work with the child side of something like that, okay? But you can say no to that. You don't have to work with missing children's cases if you don't want to. So, yeah, make sure that you release your fear of children. If you want to work with children but you're scared to, just know that you're helping somebody else out, and that's the place that you're coming from, all right? Your supportive energy is you are looking for a sign. Here it is. Okay. So if you're looking for a sign to start this or create this for you or making this stronger, if you're looking for a sign, here it is. You're here. You're learning about it. We're talking about it. So if you have this ESP ability, here's your sign. All right. Here's a warning or a future source. Make sure that you are listening to source. Make sure you open up to source, all right? Make sure that you cleanse your area, your space. Make sure you're creating the circle around you for protection from source, all right? And your advice is protect and heal, yeah. Make sure that you come from a place of protection and come from a place of being healed, all right? And Spirit wants you to know protection. There you go. Can't make this stuff up. Make sure that you protect your energy, protect your space, protect, healing space coming from a place of heal, and protect your area. All right. If you're practicing anything ESP, if you're doing any kind of mind ESP work, make sure that you come from a place of protection and clear the area. All right. Okay. All right. The next ESP we're going to go into is psychometry. Psychometry. It's the ability to see events by touching objects. If you want to hone in on that, if you want to practice that, or if you already have it and you want to get better at it, this is cards to help you. Let me get a timestamp on that. 2313. All right. So this is the ability to see objects by touching objects. This is a harder one. This is not very common, but it is available to people. I know people that can touch an object. It's usually like a picture, an old mirror, an old brush, an old hairbrush would be a good one that you could probably get events from, because hairbrushes, everybody brushes their hair. Cars that were in accidents, you could probably do that with. Objects that were in, cases, you could probably get that with. So if you have this ability, this is to help you hone in on it if you want to. If you're interested in this ability, this is going to help you. And not only that, but do your homework on it, right? All right, what do you need to work on the most with this? The mirroring effect. Seeing yourself through the eyes of others, or seeing through the events through the eyes of others. Try to picture yourself in that event. Try to picture yourself in the situation. Try to picture yourself as the person looking out their eyes as far as what they're doing with that object, okay? Where do you focus your energy? Karmic relationships. People around the person that you're trying to So say you have your grandma's hairbrush, okay? And you want to see the events through her eyes of maybe how she died if she was found passed away in her bedroom, okay? So you want to see the events through her eyes. You want to pretend like you are her brushing your hair, or just, in general what she's doing. And then you want to see the relationships around her. Who did she talk to last? What happened last with her relationships, okay? What does Spirit want you to know about that? Express yourself and share your gifts with the world. Make sure that you're open with your visions if you're trying to help somebody. Make sure you're not holding anything back. And if you want to help the world, this is a good, like I said, this is good for solving cases through the eyes of people who, disappeared, or people who are wrongly done to by other people. All right. What do you need to release? Submission, yielding to the superior force. Seeing your visions clearly, and like I said, not jumping to any kind of conclusions, not trying to come up with your own events, as far as like not listening to source as far as what's happening, coming up with your own conclusions, not really reading the picture correctly as far as what you're seeing, okay? Make sure that you're staying open to source. Make sure you're staying open to the channeling and not coming to the outcome on your own, what you think is going on. Make sure that you're listening to the outside source of this, okay? Your supportive energy is focus your energy on one thing. Yeah. So scatterbrain. I think if you touch an object and you're seeing, like say you touch the hairbrush, right? And you see grandma in the bedroom, and your mind is like, look around the bedroom and get as much information as you can. Try not to do that. Try to stay with the vision. Try to stay with grandma. Try to see through grandma's eyes what she's seeing, because she's going to tell you what's more important than you looking around the room and seeing the dime on the floor, or the dog panting, wanting out, or something like that. Make sure that you stay focused on one thing, okay? The warning or the future, education, right? So make sure you educate yourself on this. Make sure you look into this more. Make sure you're looking into the subject more about how you can develop this, or if you already have it, how you can strengthen it, okay? Your advice from Spirit, count your blessings. Being great, coming in a place of gratitude. Make sure that you think that this is a blessing and not a curse. All right. If you think this is a curse, it won't work for you. So make sure that you think this is a blessing, because it is. Anytime you have an extrasensory perception of any kind, it is a blessing. You may not see it that way, but you can help people out with this blessing. You can get among people who need your help with this, okay? Spirit wants you to know self-reward. All right. For jobs well done, it's good to pat yourself on the back, but do not come from a place of ego. Do not do this kind of work for other people because you are self-rewarding yourself. Do not come from a place of ego so that you can brag, okay, about this ability. Anything about ESP is the ability to help other people. That's why you have it. You are service to others. You are not service to yourself, all right? Make sure that you remember that. All right. All right, let's carry on. Let's put this... All right, let me put... All right. Let's put this in here. All right, the next extrasensory perception, if you have it or if you want it, is clairaudience. It's hearing things not audible to others. So clairaudience is listening to your higher self, listening to source. It's hearing the voices in your head, but it's not that you're crazy. A lot of times when you hear the voices in your head, it is your higher self trying to talk to you. It is source trying to talk to you, trying to tell you things. It is not you being crazy, okay? Don't listen to anybody else that tries to tell you otherwise. This is an ability. It is an important ability, and it is a popular ability, regardless of what you think, all right? All right, so what do you need to work on the most with this? Either you're going to strengthen it or you want to work on it to have it. The burden of tears. So this is, make sure you cleanse yourself. Make sure you cleanse your sadness. Cry it out. If you need to cry it out, if you feel a certain way, if you're feeling sad, cry it out, okay? Make sure that you, like I said, you don't come from the burden of tears when you're trying to hear things that are not audible to others. When you're trying to hear things from your source, trying to hear things from your higher self, make sure that you're coming from a clean, clear state of mind. If you feel sad, you need to cleanse that, okay? You need to find a way to cleanse that. Where do you need to focus your energy? On you, okay? Pay attention to what's going on in your head. Pay attention to the messages coming in. Pay attention to you not thinking that you're crazy for hearing this, okay? Because you're not. Everybody has voices in their head. Well, not everybody. There are some people who don't. I think the ones who cannot hear the voices in their head probably will have a harder time with ESP, having ESP abilities, because that's a channel that they don't have. If you have this channel to where you can hear things in your head, make sure that you're paying attention about who they're about. You could be trying to help somebody else, but this could also be a message for you. All right? Spirit wants you to know what sparks your interest. Your curiosity about this clairaudience is going to also help you strengthen it, or if you already have it, you're going to strengthen it. And if you're interested in it, you could probably hone in on that. Be curious about it. Like I said, do your research, do your homework, talk to people who already have it, see how they begun their journey, all right, and see what helps them strengthen it, all right? What do you need to release? Forgiveness. So you need to forgive others. Remember, it's okay to forgive. You don't have to forget. Coming from a place of hate, disappointments, heartache, pain, I don't think that it's going to help you clear things, because I think it's going to block that ESP where you can hear things. I think it's just going to block you. All right. So make sure that you practice forgiveness. You don't have to forget, but forgiveness is important here. The supportive energy for this is pause and rest. You deserve it. Do not overdo yourself on any ESP. If you can't get it, step away from it. Step back, go do something else, and then come back to it later. I think if you're going to try over and over and over and over again, it's not going to work for you for any ESP abilities that you may have. If it's not coming to you, pause and rest, okay? Come back to it later, all right? What is the future? What is the warning? Karma. Remember, karma is a bitch. If you're doing this out of ego, if you're doing this because you just want to spy on someone, if you're not doing this for the betterment of yourself or others, karma is a bitch. Remember that, okay? Your advice, you are on the right path. If you can do this ability, you're on the right path. Don't think this is a mistake. If you can hear the voices in your head and it's giving you good advice, if you hear the voices in your head, like me, I have clairaudience, and I'll tell you how it works for me. I ask a question out loud, and I instantly get yes or no in my head. That's how I know. That is not me just talking to me. That is not me wishful thinking. That is actually my higher self giving me the answer. And I think if you can do that, hone in on that, practice that, you're on the right path for this. Don't think this is a mistake, okay? You are meant for this extrasensory perception. All right. And what the universe wants you to know is friendship. Make sure that you stay balanced in your friends. Make sure that you have the right people around you. Energy work is very important. Make sure that you are not siphoning bad energies from bad people. Do not get around energy vampires. Make sure you protect your energy, okay, from people who are negative. Make sure that you are around good friends, good people, all right, to help you stay clear and balanced. All right. All right. The next ESP, if you have this and you want to strengthen it, or you're curious about this and you want to have this ability, is clairsentience. This is sensing spirits or sensing energy. This is a very popular one also that people have that they don't know that they have. All right, the time for this is 35:55. Okay. So this is sensing energies and sensing spirits. This is a very popular one among mediumship. This is popular in people that have an ESP. If you have it, I'm going to help you strengthen it. And if you want it, I'm going to help you hone in on it. Okay? All right. What you need to work on the most, okay, is expressing reproach, expressing disapproval. When you get bad energies around you, make sure that you are blocking your energy, protecting yourself, and do not deal with bad energies. Tell them to go away. Call in good energies, call in love, call in light, call in peace, okay? If you get around energies or spirits that are negative, definitely clear that area, clear that space, cleanse it. Tell them to go away, tell them to leave you alone, tell them that they're not welcome, all right? You don't have to deal with that, okay? Where do you need to focus your energy? On freedom. Yeah, so make sure that you're staying open-minded to what you are sensing. Don't doubt what you're sensing. Doubting is a killer for ESP, and fear is the other killer for ESP. If you doubt it, if you fear it, you're going to block it. Make sure that you come with an open mind on this, okay? Spirit wants you to know change is important, release the past. Okay, yeah, so don't come from a place of past hurts, past pains. Change is important. Make sure that you're make sure that you're changing your atmosphere, changing what's around you. Stay positive, stay high vibing. If you find yourself in a lower vibe, if you find yourself sensing lower vibration or energy, change it. Okay, that's important. And you can change it. Like I said, tell the spirits that are negative they're not welcome here. Say, I only call in love and light. Okay, I only call in love and light and peace. I only want high vibing energy around me, and then high vibe energy yourself. Make sure that you change that. If you feel negative around you, change it. All right. All right, what do you need to release? Regrets. This is regrets from past lives. This is regrets about... Never regret your ability. Your ability is yours to help people and help yourself. Your ability is given to you from the universe and the gods above. Never regret this ability. Always try to help people and yourself with this ability if you have it. And make sure that you heal the spaces that you're in, okay? You may come across spirits that are negative for, not negative, but being sad and having regrets. You can send them love and light and release them into the light. You can help spirits cross over, okay, that are coming to you from regrets and sadness. You just have to vision white light around you and envision white light around them. And tell them that they're forgiven, all right? You're forgiven for your past transgressions. You're forgiven. You're free to go into the light with love and peace. Make sure that you are releasing the energies around you that are sad or have regrets, and you're gonna know. You're gonna know whether you're coming across an angry spirit or a sad spirit by what you're picking up. If you can sense that, release them with love and light, and let them go into the light. Let them go with, like I said, peace. Okay, that's how you can help them. Your supportive energy is sleep. Okay, make sure you're getting your rest. This is going to take a lot out of you. Anytime you have an extrasensory perception ability, it does take a lot out of you energetically wise. So make sure that you sleep on it. Okay. You'll know when you're getting enough because you're going to get tired. When you sense spirits are also working on your energy. Make sure that you're protecting yourself and make sure that you're getting plenty of rest before you do this ability. Before you cleanse and sit down and try to get this ability rolling around you, make sure you're coming from a place of rest. Make sure you're getting plenty of rest. Okay. All right. What do you need to release? Or no, what's your future or your warning? Sorry. Love. Your future is love. Make sure that you're coming from a place of love. Okay. Your advice is the beauty you see in me is a reflection of you. Mirroring the energy of the spirits and energy around you. If you come from a place of peace and light and love, that's the energy that you're going to attract. It's going to come with the spirits that come to you, are going to find you from the light that you shine. That is how they find you. And if you are in love and beauty and peace and honor, that's what the spirits is going to give you. And that's the energy that you're going to sense. Okay. The advice from spirit is decisions. Make sure you're clear on this decision if you're trying to hone in on this. Make sure you're clear about this decision if you're trying to have this ability and you're going to work on this within yourself. Make sure this is the right decision for you. All right. All right. Let's clear the deck. The next ability that we're going to talk about, remote viewing. All right, the government has remote viewing agents. Do not think that they don't. They do. The government uses this also to remote view. Remote viewing is seeing events at a distance in the now. Okay. Let me get this wrote down. And we're going to 4310. Okay. If you have this ability, it's not as common, but it's not rare. Remote viewing is just people who can see events happening, not around them. Like, remote viewing is you sitting in your house and you can see into my house. That's remote viewing. Like, you can see me, what I'm doing now. It is possible. And I'll tell you why I know this is possible. There is a girl that I know on Facebook, and she remote views healing animals. All right. So what she does is she channels your animal that is sick and she heals them by remote viewing. I know that she done that. I used to have a German Shepherd, a King's German Shepherd, and she used to have earaches and ear problems. I would get her to remote view my dog, and she would tell me what my dog was doing. She would say, okay, open up the channel, think about your dog, while I was on Facebook with her, and I would do it, and she'd say, okay, I see your dog sitting on the couch, and my dog would be sitting on the couch. She remote viewed my dog, and then she remote viewed which ear it was, and she would tell me. I wouldn't tell her anything. She would say, okay, it's Sammy's left ear is where I see that this is bothering her. And I'd be like, yes, that's correct. And she'd be like, okay, let me send my healing energies. And she would, and it would work. Remote viewing is a thing. If you want to do this, hone in on this, I'm going to help you with the cards. And if you already have this ability and you want to help it grow, I'm going to help you do that too. All right? So, if you have this or if you want it, what do you need to work on the most? Communication. Make sure you're communicating with the person that you are wanting to help, okay? Make sure that what you see, you want to check in on them to let them know what you're seeing, and they'll give you the confirmation of what you're seeing is true or not. The thing about remote viewing is you could be remote viewing somebody else's dog and say, she said, okay, I see Sammy, is she outside on a leash? So she's remote viewing another dog of mine that may be outside on a leash. And I'd be like, no, that's Ben. You're seeing Ben. We're inside. Like, communication is the key here for remote viewing. Make sure that you talk to the person who you are remote viewing for. Make sure you check in on yourself and make sure that you're on the right track, okay? Focus your energy. Help, yeah. This is about helping people. Remote viewing is usually about getting information for somebody else about what's going on at a place distant from you and them. Make sure that you're coming from a place of help. You want to help others. Make sure that you're not doing this out of ego. Okay? The spirit wants you to know. Just go for it. Don't be afraid of this. Sometimes when you remote view, you'll pull back because you're not sure of what you're seeing. Be confident, okay? Just go for it. Just do it. Make sure that, like I said, communicate what you're seeing with the other person that wants you to remote view so that you let them know what you're seeing and they can guide you whether this is correct or not. Be brave, be bold, be confident. Confidence is key here. All right? What do you need to release to help this grow? Secrets. Yeah, like I said, communicating what you see. Don't hold back anything, what you see, no matter if it's negative to you. If you see a gun on the floor, tell the person that you're remote viewing, or make sure that you're acknowledging that there's a gun on the floor. Just because you see a gun on the floor, don't pull back and don't be like, oh shit, there's a gun on the floor, and then lose the vision. Make sure that you're communicating. Make sure that you're not keeping secrets. Make sure that you are truthful about what you see with yourself and others. Okay? Your supporting energy is, yeah, acknowledging your hard work, acknowledging that you have this ability, being proud of it, giving yourself that little pat on the back, come from a place of confidence, making sure that if you are working hard at this and you have this ability, you hone in on this ability and you master this, congratulate yourself. Give yourself that pat on the back. Make sure that when you're done with this, what would you call that? Make sure that when you're done with this event, this, when you close out the session, then make sure that you, get plenty of water, go get that snack, go eat grapes. Make sure you reward yourself in a nice way, in a healthy way, okay? And that way you keep that vibe going, that what you're doing is helping the best and being the benefit of you and other people, okay? So what is the future, or what is the warning? Okay, duality. Duality is two different things on your mind. Duality is the fighting of two things that could be true. Both things can be true. This could be a negative situation. This could be a bad situation, but you are helping. You are helping people by remote viewing, even if this is a negative event. You may not want to stay in this negative event, but if you're being paid to do it, or somebody really needs your help, the duality is you're not wanting to do it, but you do it, okay, for the helping of the other. Make sure that duality will happen sometimes with a ability, but work with that, okay? Tell yourself that you're helping others. Tell yourself you're helping yourself. Tell yourself that this isn't a negative thing, okay? Sometimes people see this as negative, and sometimes people want you to feel bad for your ability. Don't let them make you feel bad, okay? Don't let them make you feel bad. All right, your advice. It's okay to change the direction. Okay, so basically what this says is if you're seeing something really bad, like a murder scene, and you want to pull back, it's okay for you to say, you know what, I've had enough. I can't do this anymore. I need a breather. I need to step back away from this. I don't like what I'm seeing. It's okay for you. If you are in your ability and you are helping other people, it's okay for you to break contact and get away from it for a little bit and take a breather. It's okay. All right. Don't think that you have to stay in this if it's uncomfortable for you. You definitely do not. Okay. All right. Let me get a drink because I've been talking a lot. And make sure that if you guys like this content, you like and subscribe, because I want to go more into this, the abilities, and see what your ability is. So the next time I'll go into the abilities, I'll probably go by zodiac and then what is their best ability. So if you like this kind of content, make sure you give it a thumbs up. You like and subscribe. You can share it if you want. Sharing is not really important, but if you want to share it, sure. Reaching out. Okay. Reaching out for help. Make sure that you, like I said, communication is key here. Make sure you're reaching out to the person who you're viewing for, if that's what you're doing. Reaching out. Make sure that you are educating yourself on this subject if you want to have this ability. If you think this is something that you're interested in, reach out to other people who have it to see where to start to grow it. Make sure you reach out to a community, reaching out to people who already have it that can help you on your journey. Okay. All right. Let's clear the deck. Hello to anybody who said hello to me that follows me. Hello, hello. I'm not reading the chat, but hello to everybody. I love you all. My followers are, you know who you are. So hello to my followers. I do lives where you guys can do free tarot readings Monday and Wednesday at 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock, I'm changing the time. 6 o'clock Central Time. If you want to get on my channel, that'll be tomorrow. 6 o'clock Central Time. You guys can do free tarot readings. It's free. You can super chat me if you want, but you don't have to. But it is free. I thought I'd just throw that in there. All right. The next ESP we're going through is divination. All right. So I have divination. If you're a tarot reader, you probably have divination. Divination is predictions and prophecies. There are all kinds of divination ways. I do wax readings, divination. I do tarot readings, divination. I do crystal ball divination. I do dice divination. I do I Ching divination. I do what are those Chinese sticks divination. I do charm divination. I don't do pendulum. I have a hard time with pendulum, but I do. It's kind of like a pendulum, but it's not really. It's more magnet. It's a more magnet pendulum divination. I can do that. There's all kinds of divinations, but the word divination is predictions and prophecies. So if this is something that you're interested in, or you already have it and you want to hone in on this, this is for you. We're going to give you some cards to help you grow this or practice this. All right. All right. So if you're wanting to work on this, what you need to do, the first card out, release your physical pain. Yeah. Physical pain will deter an outcome of any predictions or prophecies or divinations. You cannot predict anything. If you are sick, unwell, have a headache, anything like that, make sure that you are in a place of being healthy and clear-minded, okay? If you do this when you have a headache, if you're low energy, you won't get the right predictions, okay? What do you need to focus on while doing this? Bringing two things together. It is reunion, but I'm going to say bringing two things together. The outcome, you need to predict what you're seeing with the outcome. That's the two things that you need to bring together. Don't doubt what you're seeing, and don't doubt what the predictions are. Predictions and prophecies can come from any sort. You can see it, you can hear it, you can, like I said, hear it inside your head. You can see it inside your mind's eye. The third eye is really good if you're meditating predictions or prophecies. Whatever you're seeing, don't doubt it, okay? You can see it outside of yourself, okay? Spirit wants you to know, reclaim your power. Stay in your power, reclaim your power. If this is what you want, if you want to be a diviner, pick something and stick with it. But stay in your power. Never doubt yourself. Never negative talk yourself. Always believe in yourself. Confidence is key here. All right. What you need to release? Abundance. Do not do this for money. Like, you can let me take that away. Okay. If you're getting paid to do this, that's one thing. If you want to do this for bragging rights, if you want to do this out of ego, out of selfishness, out of whatever, make sure that you're checking yourself at the door. All right. It can bring abundance, but that's not the reason why you should be doing this. You should be doing anything with the ESP ability to help yourself and help people. Now, like I said, tarot readers do charge. It can bring an abundance. If you're very psychic, if you can do predictions, there are all kinds of YouTubers that predict, world events. They get super chats, or they get a session to predict for them. That's one thing. But if you're just doing this out of ego and out of raking in the money, and you don't really care about your predictions being true or your prophecies being true, that's not the right way to do it. So make sure that you come from a place of being true and being honest, okay? Your supportive energy is healthy boundaries are crucial for growth, right? So don't let people use you. Don't let people negative talk you. Boundaries, set boundaries. Set boundaries from negative people. Do not listen to people that say this isn't right, this isn't true, you're going to hell, this isn't part of God's plan, you're not a Christian. Set your boundaries and stick with them, okay? Nobody can help if you have a ability. It's not that you're, one of devil's children. That's not even true. If you have an ability, that is an ability from God. That is ability from the universe. It's up to you whether you want to practice it or hone in on it. That's up to you. You're not going to be, the scorecard isn't going to change in your favor or not in your favor as far as, the outcome of the afterlife. But don't listen to critics, basically, all right? Everybody's a critic. Everybody's a critic. And the thing about criticism is it's free consultation, right? You can listen to the critics, or you can just learn from the critics, right? What is the future, or what is the warning for you? Yeah, repression. If you're around negative people who say this isn't true, don't repress yourself. Express yourself, don't repress yourself. Listen to Madonna, all right? Don't be seduced by force. Don't let people force you into thinking negative or thinking that this is bad. It's not. All right. Your advice from Spirit: keep moving forward. You got this. So believe in yourself. Okay. And the universe wants you to know, let go. So let go of any expectations when you do this. Predictions and prophecies come to you when you're not trying to force the outcome, which probably could be part of this. Don't force the outcome. Don't think that you know it all. All right, you're not in this to be from ego and say I know it. You know, I understand it. I know it. You're in this ability to open to it, listen to it, and express what you're seeing or what you're feeling or what you're doing to other people by helping them. Okay. All right. Let's clear the board. All right. The next psychic ability that we're going to talk about is channeling. This is getting messages from the ethers, getting messages from your higher source, higher self, from source, from the ethers, from the heavens, from your angels, channeling, okay? If you want to do this, or if you are already doing this and you want to hone in on it, I got the cards for you. Okay. So if you are a channeler, or if you want to become a channeler, this message is for you. What do you need to work on the most? Yeah, listening to your guide, all right? Listening to that higher being, listening to your higher self, listening to source, all right? Listening to your guides. Do not doubt what you're hearing inside your head, okay? Channeling is reaching out above you, reaching out above your aura to get messages from outside of yourself. Do not doubt it. When you hear it, write it down. Make sure you write this down, or you can get a tape recorder. The apps have free recorders where you can record your message, record your voice, and when you're channeling, just turn that on and record what you're seeing by voice, or you can write it down. Okay, channeling is also is divination. You could be remote writing, you know, scribbling stuff. That's a form of channeling. Okay, it's just getting messages from anything outside of you. Okay, where to focus your energy. Okay, do not come from a place of loss, hurt. Once again, do not come from a place of fear. Okay, if you are feeling sad when you channel, clear the space, go take a breather, take 5 minutes, go cry it out, okay, and then begin again. If you're feeling a loss doing this, you're probably channeling the wrong spirit or the wrong something outside of yourself, all right? You should not be experiencing loss unless you're channeling for a death, a murder, you know, something like that, there would be loss. If you're channeling just to get messages for yourself or others and you feel a loss, you're probably in the wrong vibration. You're probably in a wrong channeling spiritual realm, and you need to step back from that, cleanse yourself. Like I said, cry it out if you have to, and then begin again, okay? What spirit wants you to know? Power in sisterhood. So just power in the community. Like I said, reaching out to friends, talking to other people about channeling if you feel like you're a channeler. If you feel like this is something that you want to express and get to know, reaching out to other people who have the same power as you, all right? Supporting energy. Oh, wait. Yeah, supporting energy is what is holding you back. If you find that something is holding you back, make sure that you work with whatever you think is making you feel held back or stuck, and face it and work with it and deal with it, and try to understand why it's making you feel like you're held back. Try to find the answers why you feel held back, and then work at this again. If you feel like you're getting held back, though, this is a good time to stop channeling and work with that. Okay, figure out what this is that you're being held back about. Okay. The future or the warning, anger. Channeling the wrong things can bring anger into your feelings. If you feel like you're angry at channeling, stop it. Stop it immediately. Go cleanse, take a time out, take a breather before you begin again, okay? And if you're channeling out of anger, you can't do that. You will not get the right messages. So do not channel out of anger, all right? What does Spirit want you to know? Breaking illusions. Don't become disillusioned by people who channel out of ego. Make sure that you come from a place of love and a clear understanding and a clear mind, okay? Breaking illusions. Do not try to come up with the outcome yourself, okay? Do not think that you know it all when you don't, okay? Anything about the abilities is just you, like, taking baby steps, and you're not forcing the outcome, and you're not coming from an I know it all space, okay? All right. Let's clear the air. Let's clear the board. All right. The next ability we're going to talk about is psychokinesis. This is moving things with the mind. Now, I know that there are YouTubers and TikTokers that show that they have psychokinesis. Make sure, though, how would I put that? Make sure that they're the real deal. You know how some of the TikTokers and YouTubers put foil on the table and then they do this with their hands and they push it? But the thing is that if you have enough wind doing that, you can move foil doing that. That's not telekinesis. Telekinesis, if you want to know if that's real or if you want to practice it yourself, the best way to do that, get a pop bottle, okay? Get a pop bottle. I got a big pop bottle just to go with me here. Get a small pop bottle though, but you can use this, okay? What you want to do is get a wire, okay? You want to put a hole in the cap. You want to put and open the cap first, but you're going to have to put a hole in the cap, okay? Because you're going to put that on the wire. What you're going to do is put a wire and you're going to tape 4 pieces of tinfoil like a fan around the wire. Then you want to gently put that wire down in here, and with the hole you want to put that wire. Oh no, the tape needs to be on a string. That's what it is. All right. So I'll show you. Hang on. Really easy peasy. Okay. What you want to do is take a piece of string like this. Okay. Tape 4 pieces of tinfoil like a fan blade around it, okay? All right, tape that. Now take the end of this wire. You can cut it as long as you need it, but cut this wire and tape it or glue it, or the string, tape it and glue it to wire, okay? A piece of wire. And then stick the wire through the hole in this and stick that wire down in the bottle where that string, right, is like this in it, okay, where that string is like this in it loosely with the tin foil. All right, and then put the wire through the cap and put the cap on, and then bend the wire over this where the wire can't fall through, okay. When you do that, if you concentrate on moving the foil in the bottle and it's moving, you have psychokinesis. You have the ability to move things with your mind. If you want to work on that, that is how you do that. Or if you are already working on that and you want to hone in on that, that's what these cards are for, okay? It's to help you. All right. So what do you need to work on the most is being calm. Yeah, staying calm. Don't let noises, don't let the telephone ringing veer you from your concentration. This is all about a concentration game. This is all about your mental concentration, your mental ability to make that move. So you need to have a clear mind while doing this, okay? What do you need to focus your energy on? If you see it move, you're automatically going to doubt it. If you have that bottle set up and you automatically see those tinfoils move, you're automatically going to be like, I didn't do that. No, that wasn't me. No, that wasn't true. But the reality of it is, yes, it is. Okay, it is true. Hang on. Let me get this. My husband's trying to call. Hang on. All right. So, don't doubt your ability. Okay. Don't be like, it wasn't me. I didn't do that. It's not real. I'm just seeing things. Don't doubt this ability. Okay. Don't doubt it. If you honestly did see that thing spin in the bottle where wind can't get to it and you're mentally trying to move it, you are doing it. Have faith. Have the confidence. Know that you're doing it. All right. What spirit wants you to know? Trust. Yeah, the universe has a plan for you. So trust in the universe that this is your ability. Trust in the universe that you can make this grow by working with this, okay? Trust that this is for you. All right? What do you need to release? You need to release that you know it all. Make sure that you're learning about this. Make sure you're practicing this. Make sure that you're talking to other people with this ability so that they can help you. Learn it more, okay? Supportive energy is courage, truth, and shadow work. Yeah, if you have any kind of a psychic ability, any kind of ESP ability, shadow work is very important. That way you don't come from a place of ego and self-gratification, okay? Make sure that you have the courage and the truth. Make sure you have the courage to know that the universe is helping you with this ability if you feel like you have it, okay? Your future or your warning, happiness. So I think with you honing in on this ability, I think it's gonna make you happy to know that you have this ability, and I think it's gonna make you happy that you have the ability to move things with your mind, right? Because how cool is that? So, so make sure that you're staying in happiness, bliss, calm state of mind, a clear state of mind, okay? Your advice is connecting to earth. Yeah, make sure you stay grounded. Good way to ground yourself in between your psychokinesis, why do I always forget this word? Sessions is the word. Is to go outside and ground yourself to the earth. Take off your shoes, stand in the grass, and ground yourself, okay? And what the universe wants you to know is confidence. Confidence is key. Remember what I said. If you're actually moving something in a bottle where wind can't get to it and there would be no reason for that thing to spin around softly, remember that it's you. You're doing it, okay? Confidence is key here. All right. Let us move on to the next psychic ability. The reason why I'm doing these is because I have people who ask me what their psychic ability is. So we're going to go, that's why I'm going over this now on a live, because I have a lot of people who wonder if they have a psychic ability and what they should do to hone in on it. So that's why this live, that's why I'm doing this, is to help you, if you think you have one, help you practice it. All right. All right, the next psychic ability is astral travel. This is leaving your body during meditation or sleep. If you've done this before, know that it is real. How you know that you're doing it is you have a glowing cord from your navel to the body that you left behind in the bed. All right, whether this is meditation or sitting up. So whether this is meditation, whether this is sleeping, all right, if you can astral travel, know that you are astral traveling, because there is a glowy cord that ties you to the body that you left behind. That's how you know you're astral traveling. Another thing you can do if you're astral traveling is look at your hands. Look at your hands, and if you can see your hands move, or you can find a mirror to look in, you can all of a sudden control the dream. That is you astral traveling. All right? So let's put astral travel at 114. Oh, 115. All right, 115. All right. All right. So let's see what you can do to either hone in on this or help you out if you already have this ability. All right. Source. Yeah. So trusting source. Asking help from source. If you want to astral travel and you don't think you have that ability, ask source to help you. Meditation would probably be a good place to start, and not by sleeping, because meditating gives you a little bit more control about you leaving your body. Ask source to help you if you can do this, or ask source to help you if you want to do this. Okay, working with source, basically. Where do you need to focus your energy? Being childlike. Make sure that you come from a place of innocence, come from a place of being clear-minded, come from a place of, like I said, happiness, bliss. Don't doubt this. Don't think that you have it all figured out. Okay, be childlike in this in this ability. Spirit wants you to know: shed, let go, and make room for greatness. All right. If you want this ability, if you're honing in on this ability, or you're, wanting to work on this, make sure you're letting go of past hurts. Make sure you're letting go of expectations. Make sure that you are growing spiritually. Okay. Make room for greatness. Make room for self-confidence, basically. Okay. Make sure that you believe in yourself. Never come from a place of doubt when you're working with your ability, because then you'll just block it. All right. What do you need to release? Disrespect for this ability. Make sure that you come from a place of respect. Make sure you come from a place of not doubting yourself. Okay. Respect that you have this ability, and respect that source knows what it's doing when it gives you this ability. All right. Don't disrespect source. Don't disrespect yourself. Okay. Make sure you come from a place of respect for yourself too. All right. Supportive energy is inspiration is drawn to motion. If you are inspired to make this grow, all right, is drawn to motion. Keeping it in motion, energy, right? Energy. It's all about energy work. Things in motion stay in motion. If you leave your body during meditation or sleep, experience that. Let that grow. Experiment. Stay calm. Stay in motion. Don't get frightened enough to where it sucks you back into your body. Make sure that you stay calm. Okay. The future or the warning. Fears. Okay. See, like I said, fear, if you get scared, it will suck you back into your body. Just like that. So if you think that you're astral traveling, experiment with that. Go with that. Have fun with that. Okay. Don't come into a place of fear, and don't let fear block you. Okay. Your advice. Bring magic and self-care together. Right. Taking care of yourself, taking care of your body. Make sure that you do not do this with a headache, or you're sick, or you're tired. All right. Self-care is very important if you are trying to hone in on an ability. And make sure you're not doing this ability while your energy is down, while you're sick. Make sure that you're staying clear-minded. All right. Universe wants you to know prophecy. Okay. You could be astral traveling prophetically, which means you are seeing events happening. Could happen. This could be you astral traveling to realms outside of yourself. to where you learn something prophetic. And it is possible. It's very possible. All right. So you could be when you astral travel, you could be learning something, prophesying something. Make sure that you write all this down. Make sure that you remember things. Try to remember things when you come back into your body. It's probably going to be kind of hard at first, but I think if you hone in on this, it'll get easier for you. All right. All right. The next ability we're going to talk about is aura reading. This one's a little bit more trickier, but I do know people who can do it. So this is seeing someone's energy filled by color. All right. A good way to practice, they say, is to put your hands together and see if you can see the outline of your hands. It's a good way to practice. Some people can already do it. If you see black, that means death. But if you can see people's aura by color, you need to research what the color is. Okay. So let's timestamp this. Aura reading, and it's going to be a 120/50. All right. Okay. The ability to see people's energy filled by color. If you want to learn this, or if you already can do this, but you want to hone in on this, this is your reading. All right. So, work on the most. Yeah. Yielding to a superior force, listening to source, working with source, asking source to help you, asking source or listening to yourself as far as what you're seeing. Okay, how do you feel when you see the color orange around this person? How do you feel when you see the color yellow around this person? Okay, make sure that you're talking to source, opening up to source. Source will help you. Okay. Where do you need to focus your energy? Karmic relationships. You could be doing this, seeing auras karmically to help people. You could have come to Earth again, respawned to Earth again to help people karmically by aura reading. Basically, aura reading, when people aura read, it's to help sick people. It's to tell people that they're sick. I'll tell you a little bit more on that because there's a sensory coming up that helps with sickness, and it's smell. I have that ability. I have the ability to smell cancer. Aura readers have the ability to see the sickness around somebody, or aura readers can see the color around organs, not just the whole body, but they may be able to pinpoint that your kidneys are shutting down, that your liver is bad, that you have a bad heart, just by pinpointing on that section alone. Okay. I think Reiki healers or Reiki healers have the aura reading ability also. So you may want to be healing. You may want to go into that and heal people, okay? All right, what Spirit wants you to know about that is it's time to commit. All right, if you have this ability, it's time to hone in on it and practice it, make it better for you. I really think that you can help a lot of people with this. Like I said, by seeing what is sick on people, it's almost like being a spiritual doctor. And yeah, you're going to get a lot of flack for that probably. But I think if you say, hey, I just want you to know that I see like a black aura around your heart, and I think that you need to go to the doctor and get that checked out, and they come back and they say, you are 100% correct. I think this is where you're going to commit. I think this is where you're going to get where you are confident in your ability and you believe in it. Okay. What do you need to release? Yeah, the mirror effect. Perceiving yourself through the eyes of others. Make sure that you do not give a shit what other people think about you and your ability, basically. Okay? This is not caring what other people think about you and this ability. You have to be a duck in the water. You have to let your perception of what other people think about you go, because it doesn't matter. What people think about you is none of your business. basically. And that statement couldn't be any more truer. What people think about you is none of your business, which means you do you, boo, and don't give a shit about what other people think. All right? Your supportive energy, fresh starts, new beginnings. Begin again. If you doubt it, begin again. If you don't have the confidence that what you're seeing is true, walk away from it and then come back to it and begin again. Just recheck yourself, okay? And I bet that if you see the same thing, you're going to be like, yeah, I'm really seeing this. This isn't my imagination, okay? Make sure that you're coming from a fresh start. Make sure that you're sleeping. Make sure you're eating well. Make sure that you're not sick while doing this. The thing about aura reading, if you're reading the sick people and you're sick, you will have that come to you into your aura. Don't aura read while you're ill, because you will be sick then. That will make you sick. Okay? Your future or your warning. Educate yourself on this. Yeah. So make sure that you're reading books on this. This is not hard to find. If you find it on Google, I think there are books on aura reading. I think there are cameras that you can buy also if you're interested in that. If you want to aura read by camera, I think there is a camera that can aura read, or a lens that you can put on your camera. Okay? Your advice, you are ready. Make your masterpiece. Basically, you're ready to do this, do it, okay? When you're ready, do it. Don't be afraid. Confidence is key here, okay? All right, universe wants you to know, transform. When you have this ability, transform it to something strong, okay? Make sure that you work on it if you want to. I think you can transform it, though, if you work on it, and it can be a very strong and useful ability if you want it to be, all right? All right. Let's clear the deck. The next ability, is clairolfaction. This is the psychic smell that I was talking about. The time is 1:27:28. Okay. Psychic smell. This is the person who can smell the cigarettes when nobody's smoking. You smell perfume when nobody is around you. I do this a lot. I do this with cigars and perfume. I don't really do this with food, but some people can do this with food. I am not one of those people, but I do have this where I can smell a psychic phenomena smell without it actually being in the room. When you do this, you have some sort of spirit around you. If this is a familiar spirit, then it's grandma, grandpa, mom, dad, uncle checking in on you. If this is not a familiar spirit, then this is an unknown spirit around you that is around you for a reason, though. You may want to close your eyes and focus on that smell and figure out why this spirit is around you, what they want from you. You don't have to, though, if you're scared. I understand this is kind of weird. But this is basically a spirit being around you, and you can smell them. Somebody's favorite perfume, like when you go to haunted places, like say you don't know that your motel is haunted, and you check into a room and you all of a sudden can smell roses, but there's no roses in your room. That means it's a spirit in your room that's tied to that room. You can communicate with you if you want. I would suggest that you do that, but you don't have to. Okay? All right. So let's see what you can work on the most to hone in on this. Forgiveness, okay? Make sure that you come into a place of understanding and not hatred, and not, when you come from a place of love, understanding, clear-minded, it will help all your abilities, okay? So if you need to forgive people, Make sure that you're doing that. All right. Remember, you can forgive. You don't have to forget. All right. What do you need to focus your energy on? You. Okay. So when you smell something, just like I said, close your eyes, figure out where it's coming from, figure out what smell it is, and maybe ask questions, maybe ask for some kind of confirmation. Spirits don't usually knock on the doors or, move something really easily. It takes a lot for an energy to do stuff like that, but you can ask for some kind of confirmation if you have some kind of phantom smell around you. If you're here, please, make a noise in the corner. Please stop. Please, I don't know. Let me hear some kind of noise of where you're standing or something like that. Okay. Make sure that you're open to this phantom smell if you want to communicate with the spirit. All right. Be one with nature. Okay. So this is just grounding yourself. Make sure that you're grounded. If you're doing any kind of work with your abilities, and this is one of your abilities, because you can have multiple abilities. This doesn't have to be the only ability you have. It can be this ability plus the other abilities. But anytime that you're working with your abilities, make sure that you ground yourself. Make sure you cleanse yourself. Make sure you come from a place of openness and love and light. Okay? What do you need to release? Yeah. Don't come up from a place of sadness. If the smell brings on an emotion, because sometimes it does, feel the emotion, cry it out, talk it out, okay, and clear the air, clear it, okay. Sometimes smells do, like if you smell your grandma, you really miss your grandma, all right, you're in a room, you're going through old photo album, and all of a sudden you smell grandma, and you want to cry because you miss her so bad. Do that, okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Cleanse your space, cleanse that. Grandma's right beside you. Grandma is probably patting you on the back right now. If you cry, Grandma wants to look at the pictures with you. Make sure that you're leaving room for Grandma to sit down and go through the pictures. All right. What energy supports that? Step into the unknown and do not be afraid. Yeah. Basically, don't be afraid of your ability, and be confident that even though this is an unknown, this is an ability that you can work with, hone in on, and it will also help you with the other abilities, okay? What's the future or the warning? Karma. Yeah, you could karmically be tied to a smell from an old relationship. Like, I'll just say, okay, this is kind of sad, so, get your Kleenex ready. Say you had an old boyfriend when you were 16, and your old boyfriend always smelled of a wood-burning stove because that was the way they heated their house when you were 16. Okay? Now, say said boyfriend dies recently, but you don't know. Okay? So say said boyfriend passed away in a car accident suddenly. Okay? But say the said boyfriend spirit comes to see you, and all of a sudden you smell the wood-burning stove and you think of him. That's a karmic relationship that this person is coming to say goodbye to you. It's a karmic relationship that you had with somebody that has passed now from this world, and you may smell something that reminds you of them because it's a karmic relationship. Okay? Your advice, get clear on what you want. This is the same working with any of these abilities. Make sure you're clear about, like, say you smell bacon, but the neighbor next door is cooking bacon. Make sure that you're clear about what you're smelling, and don't automatically assume that all the smells that you smell are phantom smells. Okay, it could be somebody actually cooking bacon next door, and you know how bacon smell runs through the neighborhood. You can smell bacon from a block away. Okay, so don't be thinking, oh, I smell bacon. That's my dad. My dad's you know, buy me because I smell bacon. Don't automatically assume, okay? Make sure that you're clear on what you want. Make sure that you're clear on the smells, okay? If you have a phantom smell. All right, and the universe wants you to know guidance. Make sure that you look into this, okay? This is a weird one, I know. I'm not sure if a lot of people have the psychic smell ability. I know I do. But make sure that if you are wanting to know more about this, do your research, okay? Make sure that you do your research. Make sure you're reaching out to other people who have this ability and ask questions, okay? All right. And make sure to like and subscribe to the channel as it helps the channel grow. And like I said, we're going to go through these abilities per zodiac and see which zodiac may be prominent with which ability. Okay? All right. And make sure that you give it a thumbs up. You can comment on it if you want to, but definitely like and subscribe. All right. The last ability is premonition. All right. Some people have this. My sister has this. Premonition is the strong feeling that something is about to happen. I think this is a very common ability that a lot of people have. One moment. How much are you taking? All of it? What are you leaving? Okay. Bring me a glass of ice too. Okay. If you go to Sonic, cheesy tots. Yeah, that's fine. All right. Okay. Sorry about that. My husband was here and I had to talk to him because he's going to work. All right. So, premonition is a strong feeling that something's about to happen. I think this is a very common ability. I sometimes have this, where I think something's going to happen and it does. Remember, though, that a lot of times things that happen bad happen in threes. So I think that's a true rule to go by, that bad things happen in threes. So so make sure that, sorry, I was looking at my husband. He took his shirt off. Of course I got to look at my husband. So anyway, he's getting ready for work. So back to what I was saying. Sorry. That's just me getting flustered here. Premonition is knowing that something's about to happen. I think Sandra Bullock had a really good movie called Premonition. If you guys are interested in checking that out, that's a really good example of premonition. It's a really good movie about what's happening outside of you, but you can sense it. All right. So if you have premonition, or if you want to hone in on this ability, a glass of ice and cheesy tots and something else if you want. What do you need to work on the most? All right. Expressing disapproval. Okay. Sometimes you are going to premonish something that's bad. The thing about that is if you try to block that, you block the whole thing. Bad premonitions are just as important as good premonitions. You can't block them, or you block the whole thing. You're going to have to work with that. So if you're getting a bad premonition, breathe through it, take your time with it, understand it, and just know that nothing lasts forever, okay? But if you automatically go, no, I don't want to know this, I don't want to see this, I don't want to feel this, you block the whole thing. So you can't do that, okay? If you have a bad premonition, work with it, okay? All right. Now, when you want to focus your energy on this, freeing your mind, yeah, make sure that your inabilities to understand a situation about what you're feeling doesn't hold you back. Make sure you free your mind of blockages. Make sure you free your mind and stay open to what you're seeing or what you're feeling. It's probably like a gut feeling. The premonition is a gut feeling, but like I said, it doesn't necessarily have to happen to you. It can happen to people around you that you get a strong feeling about, but make sure that you stay open-minded. Make sure that you don't block this by being scared of this feeling. Make sure that, honestly, I think if you had the premonition ability, you're pretty lucky, because you kind of get the feeling of something happening before it happens or when it's about to happen. But it could be that warning, you know? It could be that warning, like, I kind of have a feeling like if I go down this road, I'm going to get in a car accident, so I'm going to go 1 block down and 1 block over. I think that that's a really good premonition to have. So I think that you should work with this if you have it, and make sure that you stay open-minded and don't doubt it, okay? Spirit wants you to know, things come and go, surrender to the universe. Yeah, exactly. Things come and go, accidents happen, people are in and out of your life, nothing is forever. And if you don't work with this, remember, you will lose it. It's like muscle memory, and it's like muscle retention. Any of these abilities that you guys feel that you have to work with them. If you let them go dormant, it's going to be a lot harder to get them back. I'm not saying that you can't get them back, but it's going to be a lot harder to get them back. If you have this ability and you know you have this ability, work with it, okay? Just work with it. It can be what you want it to be, as long as you're not blocking it altogether, okay? All right. What do you need to release? Regrets. Yeah, remember what I said about coming to any ability with an open mind, a clear understanding, not being scared, not letting in negative energy, not working with negative energy unless you want to. If you're in the black arts, then working with negative energies is right up your alley, by all means. No judgment here. It's you do you, boo. Sorry, I bumped the camera. But the thing about working with any ability is you have to stay clear-minded, and you come from a place of love and light and peace. Peace of mind is everything. All right? Your supporting energy is divine feminism, step into your power. Okay. Even if you're a guy, you can still step into the divine feminine. That's just your emotional side, okay? If you are a man and you are experiencing these abilities, it's getting in touch with your feminine side. That's all, okay? If you are already a female, this is just step into your power. Take your power, be in your power, know that you are powerful, and know that you got this. The universe has got your back, okay? What is the warning, or what is your future? Love. Come from a place of love. Do this out of love. Love also brings on premonition a lot, because love is such a strong feeling. When you get premonitions, it's usually about people that you love. Premonition and love pretty much go hand in hand as far as an ability. Because you worry about the people around you, right? Who doesn't? Who doesn't worry about people around them? And I think when you worry about people, you're opening yourself up to their mental state, their physical state, what's going on with them. You're worried about them. What's going on? You want to know. And the premonition will come on about your loved ones, because then, like I said, you're so focused on them. That's where your energy is. So if you get that something bad is going to happen to George because he's going horseback riding. He's never went horseback riding before. And I have a bad feeling like something's going to happen to him. And then you get a call an hour later that George is in the hospital because a horse stepped on him. Okay. And love is what brought that, because you care about the people around you. So love will bring on the premonition feelings. Okay. And the advice, you are worthy and you are loved. Yeah. Any ability that you have, remember that you are worthy of having it. That's why you have it. Universe and God and Source all agree that you can handle this ability and that you are deserving. And remember, for forever and ever, no matter who's watching this, no matter who watches this in the future, you are loved. Universe loves you, God loves you, I love you, and other people love you. People who love you will never ever doubt your abilities. People who love you and want to understand you will help you through your abilities and help you hone in on them, or help you if you need help with them, and try to reach some kind of clarity with you. All right, only negative Nancy's and negative Kens that don't believe in this, oh, this is all woo-woo, this isn't real, this is bullshit, you can't do any of this, who do you think you are, you're going to hell. Those kind of people don't love you, because they're not trying to understand you and understand where you're coming from. Okay, so don't deal with people like that. With your abilities, make sure that you stay around like-minded people. Reach out to people who have the abilities, who can help you understand it more. All right, and that's what I have for all of the abilities. I hope that you liked this kind of content. If you did, please like and subscribe. Like I said, the next time I work with these abilities, I'm going to go through the zodiacs and maybe what best suits their ability per zodiac. Okay, so that's what I got for today, though. I hope this helped, and I love you, and I will see you on the flip side. Please like and subscribe. Bye for now.